The Israel-Lebanon conflict has entered a new phase. Over the weekend, Israeli forces captured Beaufort Castle, a historic fortress perched atop a strategic ridge in southern Lebanon. The seizure marks Israel's deepest military push into Lebanon in more than 25 years and has triggered concern among regional and European leaders. For Israel, the capture is being projected as both a military achievement and a symbolic victory. For Lebanon, it represents a further expansion of Israeli military presence despite a ceasefire that has technically been in place since April. But where exactly is Beaufort Castle? Why does this centuries-old fortress continue to matter in modern warfare? And why has its capture generated such intense reactions? Hello and welcome to The Print. I am Samah Qundeel and here's what you need to know. Located near the southern Lebanese city of Nabatea and roughly 14 kilometers from the Israeli border, Beaufort Castle sits atop a steep rocky cliff overlooking the Litani River Valley, known in Arabic as Qalat al-Shaqif. The fortress occupies one of the most commanding positions in southern Lebanon. From its heights, one can observe vast stretches of Lebanese territory as well as parts of northern Israel. The castle was originally built by crusaders around the 12th century, although historians believe earlier fortifications existed on the site long before that. The crusaders named it Beaufort, meaning beautiful fortress in Old French. Over the centuries, the stronghold changed hands repeatedly. It was used by crusader armies, forces royal to the Muslim commander Saladin, the Mamluks, the Ottomans, French colonial authorities, the Palestine Liberation Organization, and later both Israeli and Lebanese armed groups. Because of the remarkable state of preservation and historical significance, Beaufort is considered one of the best preserved medieval castles in Near East. It is also recognized by UNESCO as an important cultural heritage site. However, Beaufort's importance extends far beyond history and architecture. Its real significance lies in geography. The fortress dominates the surrounding landscape. Any force controlling Beaufort gains a powerful surveillance position, allowing it to monitor military activity, troop movements, and potential threats across a vast area of southern Lebanon and northern Israel. Military experts have long argued that whoever controls Beaufort enjoys a significant tactical advantage. That is precisely why the site has repeatedly become a battlefield. The castle has played a prominent role in multiple conflicts involving Israel and Lebanon. During the 1982 Lebanon War, Israeli forces captured Beaufort Castle from the Palestine Liberation Organization as part of a broader military campaign that eventually pushed all the way to Beirut. The battle for Beaufort became one of the most famous episodes of that war. Following its capture, Israel transformed the fortress and surrounding ridge into a major military outpost. For nearly 18 years, until Israel's withdrawal from southern Lebanon in 2000, Beaufort remained one of the most visible symbols of Israel's occupation. During that period, Hezbollah frequently targeted Israeli forces stationed there. The fortress became so deeply associated with the conflict that it later inspired films, books, and public debates within Israel about the costs of military occupation. After Israel withdrew in 2000, the castle underwent partial restoration and was reopened to visitors. But the calm would not last forever. As tensions between Israel and Hezbollah intensified again over the years, Beaufort's strategic value returned to the forefront. That brings us to the latest developments. On Sunday, the Israeli military announced that it had captured Beaufort Castle and the surrounding ridge following days of fierce fighting in nearby villages. According to the Israel Defense Forces, the operation formed part of a broader effort to expand what it calls a forward defense line inside southern Lebanon. The military claimed that Hezbollah had established significant infrastructure in and around the Beaufort area with Iranian assistance. According to Israeli officials, Hezbollah used positions around the ridge to coordinate military operations and launch attacks against Israeli territory. The IDF stated that hundreds of rockets had been fired from the area toward Israel and Israeli forces operating in southern Lebanon. Photographs released by the military showed Israeli troops operating around the fortress. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz later announced that Israeli soldiers had raised the Israeli flag over the castle. He said Israel intends to maintain control of the position while continuing operations against Hezbollah infrastructure in southern Lebanon. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu described the operation as a symbol of Israel's determination and military initiative. Israeli officials argue that controlling Beaufort strengthens Israel's security and reduces Hezbollah's ability to threaten communities along the border. Military analysts say the capture provides Israel with a valuable observation point and a potentially launching pad for future operations deeper into southern Lebanon. Other analysts believe the fortress could become an important bargaining chip in negotiations. Control of Beaufort, therefore, could provide leverage during discussions involving security arrangements and ceasefire terms. Some experts also believe the operation reflects a broader Israeli strategy. The capture has also triggered significant international criticism. French President Emmanuel Macron condemned the escalation and said nothing could justify the expanding military operations in southern Lebanon. France requested an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council to discuss the situation. The United Kingdom and Germany have also expressed concern. British Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper criticized the military escalation, arguing that it has displaced civilians, damaged infrastructure, and reduced opportunities for diplomacy. Meanwhile, Lebanese Prime Minister Nawaf Salam accused Israel of pursuing a scorched earth policy and imposing collective punishment on southern Lebanon. All of this is unfolding despite a ceasefire that has nominally been in place since April, and just days before another round of talks between Israel and Lebanon is scheduled to begin in Washington. For now, Beaufort Castle once again finds itself at the center of a conflict that has shaped the region for decades. Thank you for watching. For more such content, keep following The Print.